join again. It's your network, please. Thank you. And if you can't hear anything, can you guys hear me, please? Because this guy is saying you can't hear anything. I don't know if he's the only one or whether it's everybody. All right, so let's start. So I said in the last class that we have two reversal patterns. We have the rising wedge and we have the falling wedge. All right. So, and I said before that, I said patterns trading. What we're talking about is continuation pattern. We've already talked about continuation patterns, where we talk about the bearish and the bullish continuation pattern. And then we are now at reversal patterns. Okay, so we're talking about reversal patterns today. I mean, reversal pattern. We talked about it in our last class, but the audio is terrible. So we have the falling wedge. Okay, the falling wedge is the falling wedge. As you can see, we have descending support and descending resistance. Okay, so price consolidates in a descending form. The resistance is descending, support is descending, breaks, and then you test to go up. So the descending, the falling wedge, the falling wedge is a bullish reversal pattern. Okay, price consolidates in a descending form and then breaks to the upside. That is how the pattern is. If it breaks to the downside, then it is invalidated, or probably market wants to um, manipulate the pattern. Smart money sometimes manipulates patterns. So what's going on with my okay? And then I said we also have the rising wedge, which is which has the ascending support, and the ascending resistance. Sorry, it seems kind of distracted. Sorry. The rising wedge have ascending support and ascending resistance. Okay, so for example, if we have something like this now, something like this is like a rising wedge. Okay, so we have ascending resistance and ascending support. Let me take our support now. Here, take our support from here. So something like this is like a rising wedge because it has ascending support and ascending resistance, like I mentioned. So we have the descending. Okay, the pattern that I even marked last class is still here. So you can see this is a rising wedge. Okay, and then falling wedge is like a descending resistance and descending support. Okay, so but tonight I just wanted to touch that because of the audio that was missing from the last class. Please, I believe we understand this. Price breaks, wait for price to break, just like this is rising wedge. Wait for it to break the support, retest, and then you sell. All right, so now let's talk about tonight. So tonight we'll be talking about the symmetrical triangle and the descending and ascending triangle, right? So I call them the triangles. They are neither reversal or continuation pattern. Okay, I call them the triangles. So we have one symmetrical triangle, which is the most popular among them. All right, and then we have two. the descending triangle, and then we have the third one, which is ascending triangle. This one is the before you will see this one is so difficult. It's the most unpopular. The quiet one. Symmetrical triangle is the loudest one. It's more like a pennant, but in a broader form. Okay, so having established that, we also have the wedges, like the broadening wedge, and we have ascending broadening wedge, descending broadening wedge. Let me just mention that they are not popular patterns, or anyhow you find one or two from them. So we have broadening wedge. Sorry, we have descending broadening wedge. So under the broadening wedge, we have descending broadening wedge, broadening wedge, and we have um, ascending. We have ascending broadening wedge. Okay. Okay. Ascending broadening wedge. Okay. Oh my god, I'm praying so hard that this audio is going to come out so that we'll not need to have this class again. Okay. The triangles and then the broadening wedge. So this is what a symmetrical triangle looks like. It's just like a pennant, but in a broader one, in a broader form. Alright. It's neither a reversal or continuation pattern. How do you trade this? Anywhere it breaks to, you take a position. Alright, that is how it is. Anywhere it breaks to, you take your position. You don't guess where it's going to break to. So symmetrical triangle have the symmetrical triangle have ascending support and descending resistance, as you can see. Okay, so that is how symmetrical triangle is. So let's just take for one example because of time. Ascending support, descending resistance. If you go to, let's say, 4 hours, we'll definitely see something there, because this pattern is a broad pattern. Okay, it's not like okay, something like this. One of the pairs that I used to learn patterns that time is Gala, for those that trade crypto. There was one symmetrical pattern that happened. I think 2021. So market broke out like this. It was at the bottom. Market broke out like that. The buy was so massive. Because of that, I went to Google to go and learn the rest. Not knowing that learning it is not enough. So this is our symmetrical triangle. As you can see, we have descending resistance, which broke out here, and ascending support. Alright, so let's check for a clearer one. This GU, okay. I don't think GU is symmetrical triangle friendly. We'll check EU for some other patterns. Like I said, it's neither a what do they call it? It's neither a reversal nor continuation. Anywhere it breaks to, you take your trade. Just like here now, this is like a symmetrical triangle. Okay, the market manipulated it. As you can see, first it faked out here. So this is like a symmetrical triangle. For some of us that feel like, okay, it's a bearish pattern, why did it break up? Why it has to be broad like this, and most times usually in a higher time frame this pattern is manipulated, because this is the, if you say this is where the support is coming from, so you can see price manipulated here, faked out before it broke out and still came all the way back. All right, so for I'll check EU. If you can check, you can see the next pattern there. Yeah, the class is recorded. Please, you will get it when I drop the video, right? Mr. Adisa. Okay, so the next pattern is our descending triangle. The descending triangle have a descending resistance, okay, and horizontal support. So let's say something like this. Sorry, don't know what to show on my mouse. Something like this. And then can break anywhere. Alright. So our support is horizontal, but our resistance is descending. Alright, our resistance is descending. Market can break down, it can break up. You take your position after breakout. You take your position after breakout, okay? So our descending triangle, let me just say descending triangle have descending resistance, alright, and horizontal support, okay? So that's our descending triangle. So let's check EU. What's going on with EU here? Why is it not showing? Please, I hope everybody can still see my screen now. I don't understand what's wrong with TradingView right now. If you can still see my screen, please just drop a message. I don't know what's going on with TradingView. Let me just open a new tab. Alright, cool. So you guys can still see my screen, I'm safe. Alright, let's open EU in another tab. I don't know what's wrong with the other tab. Okay, so let's check for our descending triangle. Okay, I think something like this is descending triangle. Look at it. How do you spot this pattern? You must zoom out to at least zoom in. I'm not an English student. So you can see that the support is horizontal. It cannot be totally equal. I always use my rectangle to mark the horizontal support because the wicks will not let it be equal. Okay, so we have um, horizontal support, which is that, and then we have a descending resistance. So this is um, like I told you, is neither a reversal nor a, a continuation. Okay, anywhere it breaks to, take your trade there. All right, so that's it, like a descending triangle. Let's move on, please. So we also have the um, ascending triangle, which is like the quiet one of the group. So our resistance is horizontal, but our support is ascending. Okay, it can break to anywhere. It can break to anywhere. It's neither a reversal nor a continuation pattern. It can break to anywhere. The support is ascending. Alright, support is ascending. Support is ascending like this. So the ascending triangle AT have horizontal resistance and ascending support. All right, so this one, I don't know. Okay, it looks like something like this now. Okay, I think I've seen something to represent it, although not exactly. That's the problem with ascending triangle. Not exactly, but it looks like this, as you can see here. Not exactly, but it looks like it. So our support is ascending, but our resistance is horizontal. So it looks like something like this now. So wherever it breaks to, you see this one broke down. So you take your position and congratulations on the profit you are going to make. Let's check EU. So we see one or two of the pattern. This is like the descending triangle I was talking about. Okay, I think this is ascending triangle. Is it? Is the support ascending? Well, it was manipulated here. The support is still ascending easily here. The pattern is not consistent. So price broke out, freaked out, went back in and up. But the resistance is, it looks like it's um no, the resistance is not really horizontal. This is the quiet pattern of the group. So it's something like that, please. So let's move on to the wedges, the Bodney wedge. Let's move on to the Bodney wedge. Okay. Normally, a Bodney wedge without it being ascending or descending is like this. Okay. So this is the idea. So as it consolidates, it expands. Alright. As price consolidates, it expands. That's why it is called Bodney. Alright. This is the pattern that when for some of you that know Crypto Village, or rather when I came to Twitter and I was working for one um, signal stuff, signal group like that. I was giving them signal. This is the pattern. The first trade I gave them, this is the pattern that I used, and it paid really well. Paid really well. This is a Bodney wedge. As price consolidates, it expands. Gold, I've used this for some time. Can I get it? Let me go and check. I don't know why gold, my trading view is acting like this. God knows. So I've used this Bodney wedge to catch some trades. Good. Mm, okay. So this is how it is. Okay. Where's the pattern? This is how it is. How to trade it. Okay. So price will now come around here somehow in the middle and then break. All right. It can break up and it can break down. All right. Sometimes price will do like this. Sometimes price will break it up like this. We test it and then all the way up. Okay. So this is like the normal Bodney wedge. It's not descending, it's not ascending, please. Let's check gold. Gold. Gold is moving like rockets. Even in 15 minutes, well, you know that although my trading view is premium, I don't know how many candlesticks we can see. I don't know how many candlesticks we can see before. So yeah, this is like the Bodney wedge, but I don't know if I can view it with 1 hour time frame and still find myself here. Let me just check. Let me just check if I can, so that you guys can see it clearly. Okay, this is like the Bodney wedge too. So this is fine. So this is like a Bodney wedge. Look at this. As it consolidates, it expands. This is perfect. Look at it. So perfect. I don't even need to go too far again. So you can see what happened here. Price as it's consolidating is expanding. The pattern is expanding. So this is a perfect Bodney wedge. I told you guys that gold uses this pattern sometimes. You can see how price we tested it, came back again, we tested it. And some of you were like, Lex, where did you see this buy? Where did you see this buy? This is not fair value gap, this is not on Twitter. Now I can even see why. I did not know why before. I just knew that there is fair value gap here. I didn't know that there is even Bodney wedge that is taking this um, broken resistance as a support. So you can see it now. This is a perfect Bodney wedge. I don't need to go back to the other one. And then a descending Bodney wedge. What's this? Okay. Of course, this resistance is ascending, this support is descending. Okay, so that's how it is broadening. Okay, the resistance is ascending, the support is descending. For the descending broadening wedge, it's more like as price is expanding, the pattern is falling even as price is expanding. Okay, I think I made a mistake with the starting. Okay, so we have something like this. So as it's expanding, it's still falling. Like the pattern is still falling. It's not easy to it's not easy to actually get the pattern. So did I get it right? Something like this. As it's expanding, price is still falling. That's why it's called descending body wedge. Okay, something like this. So you can see it's not the same with this pattern. This pattern is straight, but this one is descending, even as it is expanding. There are a lot of things that markets will do that will look funny. Something like this now, right? Yeah, as it's expanding. Okay, let's check it in 15 minutes. Let's check it in 15 minutes and see if we can, if it is correct. This pattern, I think a few years ago, I used to use it for BTC. It's crypto that actually used somebody's eye to see Pepe because the market was so somehow, and we thought that we were trading something until we moved to Forex and saw that everything that we have been learning is just going smooth. So you can see this is a descending body wedge. As it is expanding, it's falling. You can see it. Thank God that I'm able to even see the pattern early. This is gold. Look at it. So what happened? Markets. It can fall, it can go up, it can go down, please. It's not compulsory that it must come, it must go up. Alright. But watch the breakouts. As you can see here, what happened? Market broke it, retested, and we are up. It formed descending broadening wedge here. Then that came to form normal broadening wedge here. That's serious. Okay. Our last pattern tonight is the ascending broadening wedge, which is something like this. As is ascending is also broadening, something like this. Okay, something like this. Yeah. I don't think I got it right, but it looks like it. Nope, nope, I did not. I think it's something like this. This one is the scarce one among the pattern. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, right. Almost similar to this, but no, it's ascending. So as his body is ascending, I don't know if we will see that with gold again. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, I think I've seen something like that before, but it's here. Not exactly. Not exactly. Not exactly. It's only the resistance that is broadening. Support is not following up. Let's check if we see something else. Okay, I think this looks like it. Time frame is this 15 minutes. This looks like not exactly, but like I told you guys, this is the scarce one among the pattern. Something like this. No, it's not. Okay, it looks like it. Yeah, price breaks and although not really, but it looks like it. Okay, this is it. No, 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 it's not. The support is supposed to be broadly too, even as it is ascending. So the support has failed the pattern. So I think this is more like it than the other one. Okay, please, if you have any question, you can ask before I close. I don't want too much questions tonight, please. I'm already I'm already exhausted. Thank you. Do you have any questions concerning patterns? Please go on and ask. Yes, please. You need to wait for retest, Mr. Nana. Every pattern you must wait for retest, please. Next question. Please, you guys should ask your question before I close the class, please. For the video, just get the retest and look for candlestick pattern and tradability. I know that confidence. Yeah, no that confidence to look out for. Once it breaks, wait for retest and take your trade. Whatever direction it faces, okay? Mr. GUC, can you repeat the assignment again? I've not talked about the assignment. Is after the questions, please, Mr. Josh Dami. Principles are the patterns valid anywhere in the market or specific zone? It is valid anywhere as long as you wait for breakout. Mr. Principles. Mr. GUC, nope. They are neither continuation nor reversal, so they can be in any form. Okay, it can buy, The pattern can buy if it's in a downtrend as retracement. It can sell if it's in a downtrend as continuation. Okay, Mr. GUC. Mr. YK, do you have a time frame to be considered? Nope, I don't have a time frame to be considered. Time frame, I will talk about time frame, okay? And I will talk about the kind of trader you want to be and how it relates. Okay? You guys should chill. Since are you long term as you are long term trader, which of the pattern will you recommend is going to keep on focus on most video? Mr. Said, which of the pattern? Well, we have been bullish for years now, so basically there's no special pattern. Just if price is consolidating, mark your resistance, mark your support, and anywhere it breaks to, you understand, most likely going to break up because we are in an uptrend. Okay. Mr. GUC, what if the pattern are scattered across different time frames on the same pair? They cannot be scattered across different time frame on the same pair at the same time. Okay. If you are saying it in 15 minutes and if you are saying 15 minutes, it's just that the pattern will not be too expandable in 1 hour. Okay. Just like I showed you good just now. I wanted to show you a broad new wedge in 4 hours, but it was not too obvious. I wanted to go to maybe 1 hour, and then I saw a better pattern, the same pattern early. All right. So it cannot be scattered different time frame at the same time. It is the same pattern. It's just that the time frame is we rather view it well, like expand it. A lower time frame we expand it, while a higher time frame we shrink it, that it may not even be obvious. What do you mean do a top down on patterns? I just told you that, for example, there's nothing like doing a top down on patterns, please. If you are seeing a pattern and it's not too obvious in a time frame, you go to a lower one to go and check it, and in that lower time frame it will be expandable. All right, just like this pattern that I opened, I mean that I marked for you guys in 1 hour. If you go to 4 hours now, look at the pattern that I marked. It's not too obvious in 4 hours. So in order for you to really get the elements in the pattern, you go to a lower time frame like 1 hour. It will show you the expanded form of this pattern so that you know, okay, yeah, this is how it actually is. Just look at how ugly this one is. If I view it in 15 minutes, it looks better. All right. But in 4 hours, it just look like candlesticks only. So it may not be obvious in higher time frame. All you need to do is go to lower time frame. I went to 1 hour and it gave me a better form of the pattern. Okay. Look at it. Where's the pattern? Okay. Look at it. It gave me a better form, an expanded form of the pattern. So from here, I can be able to tell, okay, this is how the pattern is. It breaks out with test, and then you take your trade. There's no point looking for entry anywhere. Just wait for it to break out, retest, and take your entry. Place your stop loss below the support. There's nothing special there. Please, any other question? The last question I'm going to take, please. I'm already tired. I'm feeling headache. This class is almost an hour. Mr. Nana, is it advisable to adjust your trend line when you move to lower time frame and it's not connecting well? Yes, please move your trend line to connect well, because sometimes in higher time frame it can look like a wick, and then in that lower time frame it now becomes like a body. Move your trend line properly, and when it breaks, don't assume that it has broken until it closes, until the candle closes above the line. Please, it's so important. I don't think I've mentioned this before. Don't assume that it has broken because the candle you just shoot. Wait for the candle to close first before you call it a breakout. Okay? Okay, that's the last question for the 1 hour candle. Yes. It must close, please. Don't say it has closed. I mean, it has broken out simply because 1 hour just shoot out. Let it close, because sometimes it will not close above the line. It will close back inside. And you have already entered. You are not patient. You have already entered the trade. You will not be stranded. Straight stop loss. Okay, so yeah, the assignment. Let me stop the recording before I mention the assignment.